even when they leave, even when they walk out, and even when they hit turbo mode and tear off into the world to do their thing. It's a good thing. They're preaching for me. The good news is that God is trustworthy, and God knows what He's doing. Can you say amen, Rylan? Amen. Exactly. God knows what He's doing, and God knows the purposes that He has for them. And even now, we're seeing their personalities and their activity and their excitement that God's going to use, hopefully, to turn this world upside down for His glory. So, since we're hungry, we're ready for cake and everything else, I just copied the very covenant, the very promises that Tim gave to you all at her dedication, and thought we would do the same thing here. I felt like that was just totally appropriate, and they're really, really good. And so in front of your family and friends, if you guys will just say, I do, these are sort of these covenants. These are the dedications that you made for her that I thought would be so perfect for Kenna's dedication moment as well. I love that she's just all about the fruit. That's a good thing. Could be candy bars.
She eats everything.
Yeah.
She can get to it.
I love it. There's
Or casserole.
open food. That's the one that's open.
She can
right?
see that, so that's why she'll hold on there.
Okay, so if you guys will just say after I do after these, do you recognize that Kenna is a gift from God and give heartfelt thanks for God's blessing?
We do.
Love that. Do you now dedicate Kenna to the Lord who gave her to you, surrendering all worldly claims upon her life in the hope that she can belong fully to God?
We do.
That's the daily promise. That's the daily challenge. That's the one that every day you wake up and remind yourself, she's God's gift to me, not the other way around. We should just brought a fruit bowl right out in the middle of the room so they don't have to go around. Do you pledge as parents with God's fatherly help to bring up Kenna in the discipline and instruction of the Lord, making every reasonable effort with patience and love to build the Word of God, the character of Christ, and the joy of the Lord in her life?
We do.
Yeah.
Sorry. Number 4.
You're too big for that.
Strawberries, man. I got a problem with that. I want the strawberries too. Do you promise to provide through God's blessings for the physical, emotional, intellectual, and spiritual growth, looking to your own Heavenly Father for wisdom, love, and strength to serve her?
We do.
And lastly, do you promise, God helping you, to make it your regular prayer, by God's grace, that Kenna will come to trust Jesus alone for the forgiveness of her sins, for the fulfillment of all His promises to her, even eternal life, in this faith, and in this faith follow Jesus' word and obey Him? I love that. I love that family and friends are here. I love that as they're running around doing their thing. This is such a reminder of all that God has for both of them, which is a really cool thing. But we have vows for the rest of you as well. So as much as you can focus in, these vows are for you guys. Because this journey is not alone. This journey is not by yourself. And they're here to celebrate and to remember the covenants that you guys have made as well. For the rest of you guys,
It's hard. I'm sorry.
I love it. I love it.
That's what your little one's going to be doing soon.
Yes, well, mine just cries all the time, so
Yeah.
I'll take
This
some.
is an upgrade.
Yes, this is really. This is my normal for the past almost 2 months. It's just loud. Vows for you all as well, if you guys will covenant with Do you promise, by God's help, to be faithful in your calling as members and friends of this family, to help Amy and Sydney be faithful to God and help them teach and train Kenna in the way of the Lord, that one day she might trust Him as Savior?
We do.
Do you promise to continue to encourage, love, and support, even on the days when they're stressed out and maxed out, Amy and Sydney, as they raise Kenna and lift them in faithful prayer?
We do.
Lastly, do you now acknowledge their commitment today and indicate your willingness to help them with their promises? If that's the case, then in this moment what I would love to do is somehow wrangle her in for a really quick, really fruit juicy prayer. And we'll keep on going. Why don't we gather around as much as we can?
Yeah, let's go.
Get Kenna in the middle if we can distract her for just a couple moments.
Like fruit.
Yeah. Bring the fruit.
Riley.
Kenna.
Hey, that's enough.
Free hands in there.
Kenna. Kenna. Candy.
All right, enough.
Hey. Can't pick you up. Water.
Rylan, we're going to pray. You want to pray with us?
Want to pray tonight?
Gotta be the amen person.
All right. All right, I'll make this real quick, and we'll try to get this in, okay? Real quick. Here we go. God, thank you that children are a gift of God, and God, we thank you for Andy and Sydney and the gift of Kenna that they've been given. The best thing they can do is recognize that this gift is from you, and do everything they can to return her to you, to encourage her, to cheer for her, to teach her, to train her, to love her, to cry, and everything else. So God, be glorified in them as they parent. In Jesus' name, and everybody said,
Amen. Thank you.
absolutely. Oh.